Hey, welcome to Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we are going to embark on the final phase of my hideout decor, starting with buying that bloody good Sakura thing, because I really want this look here, the lanterns and the roof. The lanterns come with the roof, by the way, and the veranda and everything. It really is what's going to do the trick. This is an added bonus, and I've got a bunch of Buddhas all around already. It'll be nice to replace them with this and this as well, obviously. And then we've got a nice little elegant Sakura tree here, but I've got a bunch of Sakuras already, but this is going to be a great highlight as and when. So let's buy the bundle. So there we are. Let's go and get that Sakura pack. Go ahead. Yay! This is going to make it all worthwhile because I've done so much here in this hideout, and this was the only thing that was missing for me. It's nighttime and it's not springtime, so you can't yet see the cherry blossoms in bloom. But all these red trees are cherry blossoms and they just pop. So I really can't wait to get some replacements going here. I know there are many people who like to connect the buildings. I've done that with the Engawa. And other than that, I don't want to do it with all the other buildings. I want them to stand alone because it really looks like it falls in line with my theme of a Hanami cherry blossom resort. And I don't want it to be too interconnected. It'll just feel, I don't know, weird. So I think a bunch more buildings here will hit my 10. I'll do that very soon, but this is mainly just to show you the Sakura pack look that we're going for. Okay. There it is. So there's the Buddha and the deer, the stag, sorry. These are all things that we got throughout the game so far, so I was waiting for the final phase to get started on all of them, just buying them from vendors, you get them from quests, and so on and so forth. I wish they mentioned where you got it from, because some people were asking me and I didn't quite remember. This is from the Junjiro quest, I think. This is the bigger version. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff which we're going to rearrange as we go. The Sakuras have their own place here. Here's the hey, where is that elegant Sakura tree? There it is. Large versions. Alright. And we got a bunch of pets as it is. We've even got this. I have to find the stag. It's a legendary find. I don't know where it is. I'll go and find it later. We've got all these cute little things everywhere. But the limit is such an annoying thing. I'm waiting to put this up near a fox shrine that I've got nearby. Both of them will be really amazing there. This raccoon dog is somehow the cutest thing. I don't know. It just looks so innocent, protected at all costs. Anyway. So there's that. I've got these rooms. I've got the themed rooms. I'm going to have to add another gallery, and I'm going to have to add a large room and a small room. I've already got... sorry, I got to buy this one as well. So once you have all the rooms, I think it'll apply toward your number 10 marker up there. And as you can see... Hey. I've already got room here to play around. And I'm going to have to move some of these things around as and when I go. I'm going to have to remove some of those corner items as well. I've embellished there. So I can just make some space to get that 10 marker. And it'll go back down if you remove the building again anyway. So you got to just be a little careful, I guess. So maybe I might sacrifice something here. Just create a connected room in this space just to get that 10 marker without removing too much. I don't know. Let me see how I'm going to plan the blueprint using what I've already got. I don't want to remove 90% of what I've already got. So yeah. Alright. So this is basically the behind the scenes of the phase 5, and I'm going to take you through the whole shebang here, and then there'll be a separate tour video which will be much smaller, obviously, just taking you through a random tour. See, all of these are going to change into the Sakura statues. Now, before, why I brought you here was I came across a tip and video online that was mighty helpful, because it told me that there's a place here that will give you an achievement behind the waterfall. So don't forget to access this. There it is. And you have your own little shrine here, but I mean, if you got the ginger building, I'll show you what that is in a sec. You can get your buffs there as well, so it's not necessarily here that you need to show up. There is also the ginger building, which I already have somewhere in my hideout. That's this one. There it is. It's already there in my hideout. Anyway, so get that achievement, don't forget. Now let us get started with the behind the scenes decoration madness. Completely Hanami, Sakura, cherry blossom based fun. Now, there were 3 rooms that I showed you, small, medium and large galleries. You will need all of them in order to increase your level to number 10. Of course, you can use a bunch of small ones, you can use one large one and then a couple of small ones. You can play around with that combination. But people who say that the medium one is bugged, it's not. Right there on the map itself, I mean, when you're in the Improve My Hideout page, it says you get it from a Yamashiro merchant, and this whole place is Yamashiro, and the merchant you'll get that medium building from is right over here in the Genbu Highlands. So probably start up there and make your way down the mountain, or probably just come from the main Kyoto all the way over here to this bridge. You'll automatically see the icon, and that is the guy or the girl who's got your final medium building. Right here. I've already got it. So, but this is the building you need to get. Let me see the value. I'm always tempted to do that. There it is. Medium room. And you may sometimes think, if you come across repeat versions of that maybe I already have this. But don't be fooled. Just look at the name. It will say small, medium and large. You need all 3 of them if you want to mix and match and we just want to collect the whole set. So this is the only vendor who will give that to you. Even if you try to go to this vendor in Kyoto, this vendor in Kyoto, and even this vendor all the way down here, you will not get it. I mean, just saying, even though that's outside Yamashiro. I'm just technically saying. There's one more here. Sorry, this is the one east of here. So don't worry about that. It's only here in Genbu Islands. That's the only vendor that will give you the medium one, which is, drum roll please, where are we? The last sorry, yeah. The last collector piece you need. And there you have it. Medium. This was X'd out the last time, as you saw. But now we have it all. So these can be repeatedly built. So I don't know. Maybe some people just want a gallery themed hideout or something. So you can just repeatedly build them. There's the main gallery. And then you can mix and match with large room, medium room and small room. Either separately or together, or with the Engawa combinations. They all join up, I think. So yeah, these are all the benefit boon rooms which I've already got on the hideout, and now I finally got the medium room as well. So as you can see over here, how much it's going to give you. It's not like any difference, you just have to have that number of rooms. So probably I'll just add one of these and one of these and I'll probably get to level 10. So we're going to start that off in some time now. Alrighty then. So first off, I'm going to get a lay of the land before I do anything. And by lay of the land, I also mean the blueprint overhead look check. So obviously I can move the stables, I can move the main Hiroma building, I can move everything else. So this is what I've set up here. I've got a nice little waterfall lookout there. I've got some beautiful arrangements here. Outside the Kakurega, a little Zen retreat there. A forge right over here with some embellishments and forge related things. I wanted to make it part of a theme because this is a very instrumental in helping me get so far in the game, and I didn't want to give it some random corner office, so to speak. And then I have this beautiful dojo thing here. We've got open space to play here. Of course, it ends here, so I probably don't want to remove this. This whole thing is perfect for me, with a nice little entranceway, a nice little archway with a fox statue there, which I'm going to just play around with. Then we've got these. Now here's where I'm going to make some kind of a change somewhere. Probably remove some trees and probably move them all a little around. I'm not exactly sure yet. But we've got the Nando, we've got the Terra, we've got the study, and we've got the tea room. I don't want to connect them all. I wanted to keep this gap here so I can create all these trees and put beautiful stuff. We've got the Sashiki, the Jinja, and a bunch of beautiful aesthetic elements there with bridges and whatnot. I'm probably going to replace this bridge with a nice longer bridge, I think. Because I've got the longer one now, which leads to this little retreat here in the corner, and this little retreat is here as well. Dying center at the back all the way. This is an open gap area here, but I'm going to probably plant something like trees or something like that. I'm not going to touch anything here. And we've got this. Alright, so let's check it out. Let's see what I can move or not move, because my whole aim itself is not just to get 10 here. My aim is to leave this place as beautiful as possible with the Hanami resort feel. And since I've got a gallery here, the trees here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this entire segment, so I'll have enough room to extend the gallery and probably create the trees around the edges somewhere, or just leave it over here. Let's see, that's what I'm planning to do there. But first, I'm just going to save it and I'm going to get started on the bridge idea. Alrighty then. Now let me see. No, I think it's this one. Before I change all the Sakura ones, I'll save that for the last, I guess. Like a pièce de résistance. There's the long bridge. This is the one I wanted. And I'm going to add it like this. Right over here. Leading up. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. It's perfectly fitted there. And this thing also beautifully highlights that one. Alright. Now, about this. I need to see what I've done here. I've got the beautiful cherry blossoms, of course. And the bridges are leading up here with the cherry blossom effect there. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have to remove all these side ones here, and I'm gonna create a nice extended room setup here. First, let me leave that as it is. Let me start with this. There we go. So I can just see if I can add another gallery here, because I want them to be connected, but at the same time the small, medium and large rooms are also going to be helpful. So first, let me see if I've got one gallery, and here's the small room. Or rather, what is it? Because I'm going to remove this from the middle and probably start small, medium to large in this space. But I kind of like it, so maybe I'll leave this as it is, because it really has a nice feel there, and the gallery in a nice beautiful corner there. And I've got space here, which I wanted. Everything left as is deliberately, so I can just play around with decor once I get it, and I've got it. But I am going to have to remove this, so I've got no choice here, I feel. Anyway, let's go. It's nice that they don't remove the building. There we go. Yeah. So now I've got all the space I can play with the new items that we've got. And we've gone back to the low 9 there, but we're going to bring it back. First off, with another gallery. It's a connectable room. You can always see it here. Either it's connectable or non-connectable and stuff like that. Here it's non-connectable, connectable, non-connectable, non-connectable. So you know what's connectable and non-connectable, and you can play around with that. So first off, gallery, because I don't have enough space as I wanted. I think it's more of a sidewise connectable thing. I'm not sure, but let me see. First, let me build this. As you can see, it says it can connect like that. I think I'll put the smaller one. And now we'll attach our gallery, and it beautifully links up to where we want it to go. There it is, that's the skin I was looking for. But for now, let me just leave it as it is. I've already got that, so let me probably this. Yeah, might as well. I've got a lot of weapons that I would like to showcase. Yeah. 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 Even though they're the same, it's alright. Yeah. Yeah. And I already have that somewhere else. So let me apply this. Weapons again. This time we'll look at the cerulean one in the middle because I really like this. And on the sides maybe some naginatas and stuff. Although these look really beautiful. There was even a cherry blossom themed one. Wait, let me find it. Already have that somewhere else. I don't want to showcase the tepos here. I wish they put even the quiver, because the quiver is actually very beautiful in this game, but they just have the bow and the arrows down there, which is kind of weird as to why they would choose to do it that way. I like the naginatas, but I think I'm just going to go for a full katana look. Already have that. Maybe I'll put the naginata in the middle. But I don't know. Already have that. Where was that cherry blossom themed one? Maybe the naginata here. Hooray. I'll show you what it looks like, no? Riddle of Steel, I think this one looks pretty good. Let me just keep this. Alright, and that's done. I'm going to leave that for now, so I can get a feel for what I just did here, and I can probably replicate. I wish they give an option where you can just replicate things, but you can't. Cobblestones, but I've got this new garden gravel, so I don't know. I think I'll just apply it like here. So it creates a zen feel between the two galleries, and I think I'd like to apply that here as well. So that we have that, and I think I'll apply it here as well. There we go. The shrine is a little too close there, but that's alright. I'll move it later. Just for the time being. So let's apply some of these cobbles where I wanted to. here. Let me replicate this. I'm gonna place something here. The first large tree that I got as part of the pack will be exceptionally placed. We've done here. I feel it's right in the middle, but it's too tight, so I'll do it here. There we go. These are all beautiful plants here, but they need to go in water, I think. Either way, let's go for our usual bamboos. I don't like this transparency. It makes it a little weird. Some medium-sized sakuras now. Hey, oh, there it is. Not this. Yeah, that's the one. The reason I go for this is because I want to get that archway. Look like that. And now some nice little lantern lighting. I think I've got some Jizo statues. I think I'll use that in this place because it feels like a interesting place in which to use it. But these also look beautiful, so I'll save the statue for some other place. And we also have banners to play with, so let me take a look. There's a lot to get through after completing so many hunts. So let me just place this bugger. That'll be a perfect place in which to put it. I think I kind of like this. Nah, wait. I think I'll place the banners there. Oh yeah, I wish we could change the toggle, because I want to see what it looks like in my hideout more than I want to see this. So if they give an option, I can see more of my items altogether. But alas. I'll place this one because those are beautiful, but I got a separate idea for that. There we go. To create that effect. And now the two banners. Yeah, how these look. They give you the space to walk through as well. I wish we could do more with rotations, but they don't have that option. And we've still got a nice little spacing over here, and I'm going to replicate other things at the back there. Now before that, let's build the houses, I mean the rooms rather. I've got a small, which I think will fit in very nicely here. And then I can take the large over to that. I'll do all of that later. Let's see what we can put here first. I think a lot of artwork will be really helpful. Because we do have a lot of artwork. Yeah. Let me see if I've got new ones. Yeah, I do have new items here as well. Wow. Let's put them here. Let's put, say, this one here and this one here. This looks curious. Alright, so now that we have a nice small room, I'm going to play around here as well. We have a nice little shrine thing going here, but I can cut into it a little bit to create a vista feel. Now let's build a medium, which we recently got. Connect them together like that, just cause. Here I think I'll go with a combination of all three. It's a game set in Japan, but it's got Chinese stuff, which is not wrong. I've already applied that somewhere. Yeah, these are cute. Let's put this. Wait a second. Alright, now here in the middle, we'll go with literary flowers, because they can all be placed only in one row. Shelves, of course. Let's go for this one here. Let's go for the I already have it somewhere, I think. For this one here, and let's go with, say, this one here. Because I already have other things elsewhere. And now for the final one here, a large room, I think. I've reached max level. I was hoping to do this, but I'm blocking something. I can go with this, I guess. Station set. Alright. I want more artwork here. There it is. We've got a couple of shelves. And a lot more artwork. That's what I want. This can be, because it's part of a resort kind of a feel here, and I don't want it to be less than. Yeah, let's go with this. This is what I wanted. Wall station. Let's do that. Shelves. I think I've already put that somewhere. Now we can just repeat as we wish. Another beautiful wall station here, which I would like to add. Where I would like to add something wide. Yeah, that's the one. I remember this. Taking this, rather. We've got a beautiful table here where I've got this thing which I absolutely wanted to add. This is beautiful too, but I really like that one. This is nice as well. This is nice as well. This is nice as well. But this is everything. Since there are tables. Real quick, let me just check if there is more than one table. Yeah, there is more than one table. I think I'll go with station set 3 then. Here we've got 2 tables, too many shelves. I'll go with station set 3. Let's start again. Wall station. Table. Add that. Wall station. Add it. Table. Add this one, because I want the large room to have a nice feel there. And we've got another wall station. No, wait. Let me just change this to this. As much as I want the other one, this is also on my mind. I think I've had this somewhere. So why is it showing up again? Shelves. Something to be uniform. And the final wall station here. I think I've got a bunch of other places. I'm gonna go for a nice vertical. And there we go. So now to decorate this range here, with the trees that I've been wanting to put. And then we'll go all the way back because we've got a nice little nook over there. I've got them at max level already. I've got a nice decoration space there. Some open tree spaces here. So I'm going to come back to those in a bit. And then for the final flourishes, we'll just apply all the skin effects, the Buddha effects, and everything. Speaking of which, I've got a bunch of Buddhas all over the place. So I'm going to replace them with the Sakura Buddhas as well. Alright. Let's get started. Got some nice new gravels. I'm going to experiment if needed. But I'm really drawn to this more than any of the others. Because nice small rooms here, and I was hoping to create a Zen effect of sorts in this entire space. Just to create that effect there. I can leave this as it is, some contrast. This is what I wanted. Now let's play with trees, or rather these. We've got a lot of options here. So I think in this particular place, I'm just going to create different kinds of tree effects and not keep it too uniform. I have a natural Shinto shrine. I'd like to see how big this is. If I can put it somewhere here, that will be lovely, but I can't. So I'm going to take it to places like this one. Got a shrine already there. I've got a nice little spacing here, but there's a nice space here as well. And I don't know where to put it. I might need to take out something. Probably this dual garden effect here. And I can put a Shinto shrine instead. Let's do that. The dojo's got a dual garden effect here. So I'm going to leave this garden here. And I'm going to take out this one. Yeah. Yeah. Since I've got those new trees, I'm going to play around with them. Yeah, let's remove them all. And go with what we just wanted to create. There we go. This actually looks very nice and uniform. I think I'm going to do that here as well. So first, bamboos. Where are those dividers? Oh yeah, those are here. They're not part of the flora. Alright. So these are all part of the place. Okay. Alright. Let's not worry ourselves too much about that. The aim now is to go for these shrines, a big one which we had down there. There's so many beautiful stones as well, but I don't want to put them up just yet. Alright, first of all, let's create the resting pilgrim, because I think if this is small enough, I'm thinking I'll add it here. Perfect. There it is. This is what I wanted, something here for a vista. Let's add that there and forget about it. Just the one for the highlight purposes. These are all beautiful, my god. Archery range, military supply. This is for somebody who may want to create one of those outpost hideouts, but unfortunately I'm going for a completely different theme. So let's go for a natural Shinto shrine followed by those deers in that space here. This is objecting because of the bamboo, so I'm going to remove it. For now at least. So I can just add this. Now there's a dojo here and small rooms there, so I'm thinking I'm going to make it kind of like a common space for them both, like this. That'll be all right. And in front of that, probably create that. Puts up some banners here leading up to it or something of a sorts, but I like this better. These two lights. First, there's a shrine, so I'm going to create the Buddha there, or rather not. I've got Buddha elsewhere. Let's do this instead. And then put these. So there's an offering and a shrine feel there. And as for the lights, that red one, I wish they gave us separate connections, because when you have a lot of stuff, it gets alarming. These will actually look much better here. Here, but I like the way it creates that feel. And I can put this one so tempted, but I think I'll go with the banners instead of the Buddha, because I got the Buddha elsewhere. I don't want it to be too overdone, so let's go with the banners. No way. This one. Assassin's Creed, baby. And then these banners. I've got all this beautiful space here, but I want a tree there. And of course this will all be changed a little bit, the ground. Let me do that right now so I get a feel and a vibe. And because it's a shrine, I'm going to make it some kind of a moss. There we go. So it has this beautiful moss effect there without compromising anything of here. I'll change all that. Now I've got the lights, and I was hoping to put a bunch of banners here to say that all are welcome, all the clans follow the same god, and that we are not different or alone. There we go, and I need more because I still have a few more there, but this will be affected here. So I'll probably just put it here. Like this. And like this. Some cheating. Now these as well. And I've got all the banners I need added right over here to create a nice little feel. And now we can add this amazing light which I found somewhere, I don't know where. And these as well, but I really want this one because they're just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to create a nice little entrance way there because I've got a plan. No, I'll use that somewhere else. These were what we removed. So I'm going to probably add them one here and one here. I'm going to add trees there in that space, I think. In fact, one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's proper. You can play with it, but it's proper for now. As for the tree, bamboos. Very slim, very simple bamboos. Then let's place a distinguishing tree. So if it stands alone, it still stands beautifully. And that's going to be obviously the tall Sakura. Or even the elegant Sakura, why not? Why does it zoom out? There it is. So as to create a canopy to complement the Shinto shrine's already embedded Sakura. Because that is an elegant Sakura as well. I think, something like that. As for animals, I got the fox in another place. But in this particular shrine, I think I'm going to put a deer, because I got the deer already. I'll go find stag somewhere and I'll put it later. I got to remove some of the animals. Anyway. So now we've got this beautiful little shrine that connects the rooms and this place, and I'm going to change this area here into a nice boulevard of a sorts. Just for the time being. And we'll go back to some nice little cobbles from this point. And I'll change this. Alright, now for more decor. I don't want to add too many trees here. We already have a beautiful set of them. I'm just seeing if there's something else. We already have a shrine, so I'm not going to add too many shrines here. I've already added these elsewhere. No training targets, of course. These look beautiful. We'll go with that. These archways are also beautiful. But more than that, there we go. So it just creates a nice little something. A lot of beautiful colors there. And now we'll go for the usual. I think I'll keep it like this. Just one of these. Yeah. And now this shrine here, I can't place more, but I do have this amazingly beautiful thing that I've been wanting to put somewhere. Let me see where I can. Because it's just so beautiful. I think it can be perfect here. Yeah. And here. But I really like that opening. So it's leading out to the boulevard there. And there's a boulevard here as well, but I got a nice little setup going here, so I don't want to touch that. All the way at the back, I don't want to touch it. Just leave it as it is. Let this one alone be here. Yeah. Because I just want to put it somewhere to create that effect. Some kind of embellishment. Now back to the trees in that area. I want to see where I can put this. It does say randomly like this. These flowers are nice. I think I shall. I don't know what these actually look like. But I think we can create a linear outline there. Yeah, those are back to the thing. Just some kind of a beautiful barricade, I guess, of flowers. As for this anemone, sorry, the whatever, I think they go in the water. I mean, technically, from what I know, they should technically be here. So it's kind of weird that they're not. Anyway, I think I'll use this little space here to add these flowers. There's 1, 2 there, but there's no space here, so no need. I'll just add them here and here. They don't even stand out. These actually look very good. But I don't know. Let me just create that effect there. Let me go and see. Yeah, they're just very highly minimal. So now let's build some definition. Now that we have some kind of nice definition here, here I can just leave it. Probably put the anemones there. Leave that, I guess. I'll resume the moss effect here. Definition. And in this place, some flowers. Or the classic bamboo. I've got a bunch of nice trees too, but I don't want to. Yeah. I think the classic bamboo will be great. Just some kind of a barrier there. Followed by a flower, perhaps. Yeah, now I've got a place for it. Just to create definition in this little area. And now we've got this little space to cover, which we're going to do with the trees. Bamboos. No bamboos. In fact, remove these. Let's go trees. There's no gap here for trees. But that'll be alright. So we've got the young one. We've got the small one. I think a small one would be really nice. We don't want this here. We don't want this here. Because I've added a lot of young Sakura trees everywhere. So I'm thinking I'll go with the small ones in some places. And then we've got the really large one here and an elegant one as well. So small and elegant will be the name of this game. Create yet more definition here. Like this. Followed by small sakis. Maybe like this. Like this. Yeah, that's the effect I was going for, so to create that archway. But this is there. So let me create this. There we go. So it looks like a gateway. I'll in fact close it in. But then the leafy branch goes away. I love this. There we go. So create some kind of a gateway to the shrine there. We've got a nice little highlight here, and I'm going to just apply some bamboos because the bamboos go so beautifully with that. And I've got beautiful forest maples as well to explore. Nope, nope. I'm going more for bursts like this. Yeah, let's go with forest maples. Because it's not just cherry blossoms. We need to be yeah, there's one there. Maybe I'll throw in another here. This whole place is gonna have a nice forest mapley feel to it. Let me do this side first. 2 forest maples. And here as well, we'll go with smaller forest maples near the larger rooms, which will be kind of interesting. Tall maples, that is, near the larger room. There we go. Good. Now let me see if I can repeat the same here, but there's no space as far as I know. Yeah. Here we've already got Sakura, so I don't want to play with that. But we can go with these trees just to create definition. On this side of the room, here we've got it all covered. No whites, which is perfect, unless here. But I want something else there. Too many trees spoil the hideout, so let's not do that. So Sakura's is already self-contained. This leads up to that, so I don't want to use a tree to block it. And we've got maples, and we've got Sakuras, and we've got even more Sakura. So now let's go for lighting, because this is going to be the single most amazing element there. Let us go with some nice lighting, which I think this will be perfect now. It's simple, but also it works, and it has this beautiful, just stunning effect, which is what we need, as we can see. Alright, so we've got all of this here and spaces here. I kind of like this because it highlights the stair. Even though it's a little wonky. I think I'll go with it just to create. Nah, it's alright if there's no symmetry. Just want that stair to be beautifully highlighted. And here too we've got no particular space, but we do have space here. So I'm going to put one of them on either corner. Oh, that's the thing, so I don't want to do that. And then create this here. There we go. Now around to the other side, we've got all of this covered. Methinks we can work with that. Just a little something. It's a good thing they go on the pavement. And all the way to this small room area here. So we already have these. But we can still add these. Just to create that tree highlight. And here I've got something else in mind. And we go back to these. They're all occupied, but we do have space here. So let me see if I can say there we go. Just a little something there, so I know where all the lights are. And here again, no, I'll come up with something else here. Oh, this is all filled up, is it? Bugger. Alright, I think that'll be the perfect place for a deer as well. Followed by these two lights on the side. I like this, but I really like this. I don't know what it is, but I think I'll add this just for the sake of variety. There we go. So we have a nice little space there. And then we've got all the others already established decor everywhere else, and we don't want to touch anything. I'm just going to use this to see if I've got any spaces to play with. No, that road leads up there, so let's not do that. There's a space here. Yeah, there are lots of spaces here, so I'm going to do something with that. In fact, there's a lot of trees and very little bamboo. Bamboo is a very major part of the decor theme here, because it's quintessentially Asian, Japanese, Chinese, and I don't want that to be compromised in any way. These are too tall, too tall, too tall, too tall. Let's go with these in this little gap right here, just to create embellishment. Why not? And merge with the maple tree. Let it merge. And then one little flower there will be perfect. Which I'm thinking should be this one, because it goes with the red. There we go. And I'm going to remove these two lights for now. Have another place for them. And this little spot here can get another deer. I've already got a lot of Buddhas, so I don't want to touch them right now. In fact, I'll do this. There we go. So got the maples effect and everything. Yeah. And I'm going to use this just to check if there are any white spots. Yes, there is a white spot there. 2 white spots. So in this little space here, I'm going to do something very different. I'm going to put this, because I don't have this anywhere. And I really feel it creates that highlight there, followed by, yeah, those 2 lights again. So it comes off the road in a way once I add it in this spot. Let's go and take a look. So there it is. There's that cute little shrine leading up and out. And now let's connect it up with this. Because we've got the small room there, we've got the blacksmith's forge here, and let's connect it up. Let's see if we can apply normal cobbles. Very simple, and yet creates a distinction, which is very important. Yeah, that's where it stops. There we go. That's a little something to create a lead up. And now let me see if there is any white spaces for maybe a tree or so, just to check. Let me just see. I don't know if there is. Yeah, there isn't. It's just a check anyway. Yeah, they're all full. Alright. So now, bloody hell, it gets dark really quickly here. So we've got this nice little dojo space there. We've got all this space here. This is untouchable. We've got the immovables here. This full place I will not touch. This as well occupied. I will not touch. 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 The spacing here. So before that, let me just see if I can add some trees here, because obviously it's the one thing that it's missing. Maybe a couple of deers. I'll be replacing the Buddha statues as well where needed. Just so it overlooks the bridge. And I think there was a... Nah, I'll find it later. I think there was one in there. I can't be sure. I think I'll just walk through the resort to find the Buddha statues. I know there's one in the Enkawa. So let me quickly go and replace that with the Sakura Buddha. Bloody hell, it's trickier than I expected now. Isn't it? There we go. That's one Buddha I know I've got. And then there's another Buddha, I think, somewhere here. There he is. And I think there is... That's the fox one there. Real quick, I'm going to remove an animal. Maybe the black one. Yeah, I already got puppies elsewhere. But I do want small, cute looking animals here. And a fox. This is the one which I was wanting to add in that fox shrine. Which I created here. There it is. And I think I'll add this beautiful little thing right here at the entrance to the fox shrine. And I'll remove another animal just so I can add a second fox. Not there. Somewhere else in the hideout, preferably here. Maybe. Yeah. For now, just for now. I want that distinction to be there. Now back to the Buddhas. We had another statue somewhere here. There he is. I remember that. Then we had, I think, another one somewhere here. There he is. And I think I've replaced him already. I guess I got to walk for the rest of it because I don't quite remember where I might have added another Buddha. Maybe somewhere at the back, I don't know. There he is. Alright, now we've got the nice little open space there to play with. Let's go and take a look. See. What does max level actually do? There it is. So we've got level 10. I got level 9 before. Stockpiles also reward crafting materials, which is extremely useful, but I'm almost 60 and I've got a shit ton of stuff already. So I'm not even gonna think twice about it. As you can see, I've been crafting and building all of this now for a while. Anyway, so now let me just see where else I've got open spaces. There we are. No. Some open spaces can just be left as is, I feel, because otherwise it will just get in the way of the roadways. Here we are. Lots of trees here. So I am going to create something with this place. I've already done one. I have been wanting to put a Buddha in there somewhere, but I got it perfectly aligned as it is. Maybe 1 and 2, but it'll be just too crowded and unnecessary. This little diagonal thing itself was a little weirdly nice coincidence. Let's put some offerings though. And maybe these. Nah. Let's go to a couple of these. There is a space there in which I can add this, but I'm thinking I'll add this there instead. And these I will create here. Because I've got a nice little fire pit thing going here to complement that. I don't want to touch it. Leave that for later. Banners, no need for now in this place. None of the rocks, they just take up space quite literally. And none of these. I've got the shrines already. Maybe perhaps play with some of these. Let's see. Yeah, let's just come up with one of these to create an element of mystery where least expected. What does it look like? You! No! And this, yeah. This will actually be very good to add here. And here. Perfect. Yeah, these two are nice. Let's create some nice little archery things all the way at the back here. Just for the sake of it. I like that delineation, let it be there. Yeah. So people are visiting there. Now I'll put that rock back again. Because it just fitted perfectly and I didn't want to. I wish there was an undo button. But there isn't. Ah, yeah, where is it there? Yeah, so let's leave that as it is. There's a little archery spot there, leave it. Maybe throw in this bugger somewhere here. Cause why not? And maybe this one can come. If I add it here, I would like to add it there as well. But there's no such rule. So we'll fill that with trees instead. This is alright. A little illogical, but it's alright. Now that we have that done, where was that archery range and everything? Here it is. Let me just see where these things can fit in this area. No, they don't. Oh look, there is a little space there. So I'm just going to go with, say, this is huge. This cute little thing actually fits here. just want to create that definition. Fill every single square. And now let's go to the trees. And those maples I saw, because I got cherry blossoms everywhere. Now let's go maples. In this little space. We've got room for them as well. Where was that wisteria tree? Alright, let me just talk about this one first. For starters, yeah, I'll put that there. And the arrow can come there, right in front of the tree. And let's go back to the trees now. What was that small maple? Birch, beech, maple. No, not this. Pine, sakuras, bamboos, persimmon. Oh yeah, persimmon trees. Let's play with these because they actually give fruit, and I was hoping to add one of these somewhere. So let's add them here. There we go. On the moss and on that area. You can remove those, I think. Yeah, persimmon trees, they look really beautiful. And maybe add a couple of small ones somewhere in there. There's the holy shrine and all. Let it be slightly hooded, it's not a problem. And in these two places, we will now come with some lights. Because where there's so much density, there has got to be some lights. Hey, I'm far away. There they are. Let me see if these can be added here, because they're very minimal and sweet. There we go. Because when you're walking through, maybe I'll add one here. And another there. And we have finally used that up. And as for these, yeah. Now the cobblestones need to change in that place. I've got this beautiful rich moss which I'm going to use. I've added forest moss where needed. But I think it's time now to add this. Let me just add it first. There we go. So it creates a beautiful distinction, which is what we want, which is what we need. And instead of these two wooden things here, I think I'm gonna add something else there. Maybe a couple of flowers. No. These. Old school, but absolutely perfection for this particular entryway here. But let's see. Maybe I'll add just the one. Like that. And perhaps bring in one of these, because this is like a hand wash kind of a thing there for the shrine. I think I already have it in other places, but I think I shall add them right here. So it fits the theme, it fits the bill. Now there's space here for me to add things, so I'm going to create something like this. And perhaps more deer, because inside is already filled. It also looks out beyond this little touch up here. People can always walk around it. Speaking of walking, now we will add the Zen stones. In there, not too shabby, although a little bit. And in this little space here, we're gonna add, where was that tree? Not Sakuras. We have enough Sakuras. Not flowers. Yeah. Flowers. Because they will actually look good. Yeah, just one will do. I think these bamboos can be gotten rid of. From here and here. So that I can create a pathway there. And in this spot, I have a tree. No, not persimmons, not bushes. Your series have all been used. Where are those maples again? There they are. Let's go. So now it creates a nice little definition from the back to the front. There. And that'll be followed by why not? Might as well. But not from here. And there is no lighting here, so probably there we go, just to create a definition there. And in this little space, obviously, the flower, just to round it off a little bit. And there, we shall add, where was that item I saw? Oh no, I just forgot. Wait. I know I saw something. There! Because the color will just pop. Against this entrance and against this entrance. And now we've got it all covered. Not needed. And we've got these two open areas, which I will do something with. And we've got a nice little open area here as well. So just put that there. And this is basically a pathway. So I'm going to put a nice little cobblestone pathway there and be done with it. Because it's actually an accessible area, so to speak. This one. So I don't want to leave that empty. Anyway, so for now that is done. And we'll add a few more embellishments by way of braziers and lanterns. Preferably these, because these are really, really, really beautiful. There we go. Yeah, I'll add that there. There is a nice little gap here to play with. So in that small little gap, let's see. Oh, these are all too big. Even though it's a bell tower, I think I will add it there. Though it makes kind of little sense, I can repurpose this, imaginatively speaking. Look at that. To create, say, a holy bell for the shrine here, so to speak, imaginatively. think I'll have to remove that tree from there. Because it's getting in the way. And I'll add something else. Now there's something else I'm going to add. There's going to be a couple of lights. Maybe these. To create that Shinto effect. There. And in this area, which is still empty, I'm going to add that tree which I wanted. The maple. Yeah, there it is. It's a small one. Will be perfect. In that little space right there. There we go. Yeah, so it's like it can be rung through the leaves. And I believe that will suffice for this area. I don't want it to be overly crowded. So we have covered these. We have covered these. We have covered these. And this area is empty. Why? Let's put up something here. I had my eye on something earlier. Let's see if one of these can fit in. Over there. One of these. I already have the shooting range there at the back. So probably a military supply, maybe an archery range. Because Yasuke can practice here. Yeah, let's go. Let's put this up. It's just absolutely perfect. Somewhere at the back next to the dye tent, you know. We don't necessarily need any trees here, but let me see if there are possibilities to add a tree or two. Just to see. Yeah, there is a possibility. So this little archery range, I'm gonna add, say, maples. There we go. And in the middle area there, where was that? Deer. I know it's kind of ironic because the sacred deer, you shouldn't shoot it and all that, which is precisely why we should put it there to remind what needs to be shot and what should be left as is. Perhaps one here and another here. And there's a middle area there, which will be the pathway leading to the archery range, which shouldn't necessarily be Zen, but it does make sense that it should. There we go. Is there a gap at the back for a tree? I'd have thought there should be, but there isn't. Anyway. No worries then. We've got what we need right over here. And now, where else do we have gaps on this map? Oh, we have a lot of gaps here, baby. Since we've got maples, remove this. I'm gonna go with some... First, the large Sakura. Create some definition at the back there. And then we'll go with some small maples. Elegant sakuras, why not? Because we've got the maples already in there. And this is not a walking area anyway. No, I'll go for a small sakura. Where are they? Or better yet, lights. Why not? It's ideal. There. And there. And at the back will come a light. Something bright like this one. Big and bold and beautiful. And we've got some nice spacing here as well. So let me see if something fits in. I think some animals can fit in there. The boar and the deer, for example. So let me go removing some of the animals from the map. I don't know where they are. I know some of them are here. I've got some in here. A monkey and a kitten or something. And if there's a white Akita in here, I might remove it from here. In fact, I'll remove the golden Akita from here. And leave that white Akita there. There was another animal somewhere that I needed to remove, which I think is from somewhere here. Yeah. I wish they had a list of the items or the animals that were already on the map. Let the golden Akita be there. But the puppy side seems out of place here, so I'm just going to remove that for now. And now we will add a deer and a boar. First, we'll add the deer in this place here. It seems to fit what I need. I wish I could put it right over there deeper. Why not? Let me put it right over there deeper. Remove one of the bamboos, for instance, and place the deer there, so it look like it's part of the forest. And as for this cute little white little piggy, it can come here in the pilgrim area. Right there. Even if it's an item level reached, it's alright. Now we'll go for some... Let me see, something else from here can fit there. No. Let me see. I don't have an arch. I do have an archery range. I already had a shooting range. I don't have a military supply though. This seems like the right place in which to put it also. Maybe remove these. There it is. And put the bow right there in the front, because It just feels military in a way. The cute little thing. Or maybe... Nah. I already have one of these somewhere. Maybe this one. Because it looks like it might spend time in a place like that. But I really want this. And maybe I'll remove another animal somewhere and add the raccoon dog here. Let me go and take a look. I still don't know where I put them. I put them so naturally that even I can't find them, bloody hell. We have this beautiful shrine here as well. I think another fox can come there. I just had too many dogs somewhere. The black one has to stay. That's the smoky black one I got from the exchange. I'll remove the damn cow, even though I like it. Because now I really want the fox to be placed in that other shrine area here. There. And we've reached our item limit there. Now once again, let me access a tree just to see where what fits. My hideout is fucking packed. Alright, leave this. This area is perfect. Yeah, that's the one. Right there at the back. This area too is completely beautifully covered, beautifully covered, beautifully covered, beautifully covered. All done, all done, all done. That area at the very back needs my damn attention. What is here? Because it feels I got a lot of things to cover here. And I've not put anything up. What is this building? Gallery. Definitely. Let us create the Buddha in this little corner. And a stag right here. I wonder how it looks like. Now we can play with the new trees, which I have, starting with the most obvious one, the large Sakura. That is definitely gonna come here because it's like the perfect place for it. It's a walking area at the back, so I'm gonna keep one large Saki here and another large one right over here, and that's going to be followed by one of these, one of these, and then maples are gonna come here and here, and then lights are gonna come two of these places. There and there. And I still have a couple of spots here to fill. It's a walking area, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. The trees, the deer. Yeah, it connects with this. So anyway, let's add one of these. And one of these. So the walking area is beautifully fulfilled. And now maybe add a couple of assassins banners here, because they can actually create this effect which we need. There we go. So more than enough as people walk. No need more. And now for the small little Buddha place here, again, we're going to create Assassin Buddha. No, he's cute. Leave him alone. Sweet. And no, let's not add too much deer. Let's go back to the Sakuras again. That was an elegant one. There. Just a little something. I'll add something at the back as well. This is going to be a completely Sakura themed one, because just because. No need that. No, let's go back to the red maples. No, bamboo. Just to create some distinction. That'll be followed by 2 more Sakuras. No, why not persimmons? The tiny ones. Just to create that effect there. And instead of too big a light, we can add even a fireplace if we want, or a tiny little brazier like this. Let me see which one looks really good. In this little spot here. Nope. Yeah, this is perfect actually. No, hides everything. Nope. Add the fireplace. Persimmons and Sakuras right there. And at the very corner here, we'll maybe add these. I'll cheat. No, I won't. Might as well. Doesn't align though, it's what irritates me. Now that we've added that, let's add a couple more embellishments. For instance, none of the rocks, I don't want to waste anything like that. Maybe a couple of shrines, or even these, but I think the shrines will be more perfect here, along with the reds. But no, I think they self-satisfied. We'll add maples instead. Oh wait, a couple of lights at the back, large lights. That's it. And this is the pathway to walk in. So in this particular area, we will be adding maples and florals. Heavenly bamboos sounds like a perfect addition to this place. Oh yeah, the light is there, isn't it? There we go. Heavenly bamboos, just a couple of them. In that particular case, minimal will be perfect. Let's add some florals to highlight this as a walking pathway of sorts. Like cover it up. Now we shall add a maple all the way at the back. Or maybe I'll add a small little deer there, because I've got them. Yare yare. Where are you? Just to create a little touch there. And we'll add the rest of it with this beautiful gravel, Zen meditation gravel. Yeah, that'll be enough. Let's not do that. So there's that space done as well. Now in the night too, it's so easy to see. Let me see if I can just add something on the pathway there. Perhaps that beautiful... No, let's add a stone also. But they're so plain. So instead... There. There's something weird, but let's add it just to see if it can be. Alright, we have the assassin flags. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So yeah, people can just walk in and over, I guess. That rich moss. There we go. create some nice, beautiful contrast. There. Now, where are those trees? Just to check for spaces. Spaces. Yeah, I think we are ready to roll, even though there's some things here. I think this will suffice. We're at level 10. We have all we need. And now for the final flourishes. For every single place, starting with the stables. Hi, I already got it upgraded. Go for it. Yeah. The daimyo roof is beautiful, but I bought this for this purpose. Let me go step by step. Oh, I wish I could do that Sakura thing here as well. But I can't. That's alright, maybe that one can remain its daimyo version. Alright, from the right. Might as well do it since we're here. Ah, sexy. They look even better now than I expected. Aye, why does it turn like that? Oh, the tea room looks so much more beautiful in that look. Now, from this area again, the tea room is here. Aye, cute. I think in person when we go down there, I will show you what the cherry blossoms look like on the veranda and everything. Just really beautiful. I'm tempted to apply a daimyo here to contrast, but no. Because this pop is what I've been waiting for. Look at this place. Wow. Wow. Even out of season we have the cherry blossoms on it. That's kind of really beautiful. So that's that, and I'll be taking you through the tour in spring. This is just the BTS, so watch the video. Final 5th phase. Let's go on the tour when it's spring. Alright then. That's the BTS for the final phase of the hideout decorations. I can already feel how sensual it is. Bloody hell. I can pick up the petals. The lanterns have changed as well. I wish I could do that here and have lanterns all the way on the inside. Engawa. Bloody hell. And there's that fox, but I'm not going to show you yet. Anyway, Let's resume later. Arrivederci.